What's going on, everybody? This is Chris with Crypto Secret X, the place we talk about crypto. And today we're going to be talking about the market. We're going to hit on XRP, Solana, Bitcoin, SUI, meme coins. We're going to talk about it all. But before we get started, you know what we got to do. Cue the intro. I want to thank y'all for joining me here today. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. That helps the channel. That helps the algorithm grow. That helps get this video in front of people like you who want to see information like this. So let's go ahead and jump into it with the market. And of course, I know a lot of y'all saw the video. I'm going to play a little bit of snippet of it that I did last night, a special video. And I'm going to talk about President Trump. I'm going to go back in date with the Bitcoin 2024, this year Bitcoin rally. But we got to go look at the market because now we are in a bull run. We are a full-scale bull run, and we get opportunity. Those of us who were just coming in 2020, 21, we came in at the end, but we're going to definitely look at the market. So we see that the market was at 86, now at 83, a little bit of cooling off, but still in extreme greed. Bitcoin Diamond still at 57.10%. So that gives us a great opportunity to still get in position with other altcoins because we are going to have altcoin season, no matter how you look at it. And the video I show you later is going to prove and justify that we will have an altcoin season. We will have a DGen. We're going to have it all. I promise you. I'm not your financial advisor. I just do research 24/7, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm studying this stuff. I'm looking at, trying to see what's going on. So we see we're still in extreme greed. Bitcoin dominance is still there. Ethereum dominance is starting to pick up. People are starting to kind of migrate into Ethereum, and we know that by the price of Ethereum. Bitcoin sitting at $95,691. Ethereum now up on the 7-day, 7.32% at $3,595.61. Closely approaching that 4,000 plus mark, back at its all-time high. Solana at 236 Solana has already went past its all-time high, down a little bit, but it's still hovering around the $236 mark. XRP coming out of that slump of 51 cents. Of course, our expectations of XRP is to get around that $4 or $5 mark. Then we will start that will be considered now XRP is on the move, breaking out. And there is some justification on XRP being able to make that move. But at $1.46, that's nothing new. We've seen that before. Dogecoin at 40 cents. Of course, we know Elon Musk there. Cardano just hit $1 right there. Let me see, make sure I can get my camera back on there. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure I get my camera back on because we went out there. But Cardano sitting at $1. Let's go ahead and look at AVAX at $42, 42 cents. AVAX is one I think that will eventually have its own run. It's just a matter of time before that kind of comes into place. Okay, we seem to have a little camera issue, but we'll take care of that when it goes there. Okay, now, but of course, AVAX is there. Let me get my screen. There we go. All right, then we're going to talk. Let's look at Stellar XLM. I'm not buying too much of that, even though it's been there. It's been there for a while. But I've got my Stellar Luma, 47 cents, but I'm not really kind of buying that one too much, but some people are. Okay, now Chainlink. Chainlink is one that people have talked about. I'm going to come down to this one right here. Y'all know this is the one I'm talking about. SUI. I keep saying it. I keep talking about it. I've been talking about it since it was $1, and I really think it's going to be one of the main plays coming up in this next bull run. One of the coins I'm starting to look at now is also Near Protocol because of what's going on. But one of the things I do take into consideration, uh, you know, I but it's there's some things I like, but near protocol is starting to jump out at me. So I may start DCAing on that. Not sure. I haven't bought much, but it's $6. You know, you never know with that. But I'm just kind of. But I tell you one, I am going back looking. I just want to. I haven't really bought any, and if I do, it'll probably be a little bit. But Litecoin. I just wanted to go back and look and see if they were still working and still doing things that they say they're doing, because there are a few of these coins, dinosaur coins, that are starting to run. But I went back and checked their X pages and things like that, and they haven't posted in almost a year. So some of these things are just running on old crypto, people coming back in and just saying, hey, it ran last time, it's going to run again. And that's what they're doing. They're pumping it without even checking to see if they are still a functioning blockchain. Internet computer still not performing what I thought it would be performing, even though I hold internet computer. Shout out to Jerry Banner. He is a internet craze. But it just has not been performing like I thought it was. And so I'm not buying any more internet computer, even though I do have a substantial amount, but I'm just not, buying much. But I am in great position. But Render, I am. And the reason I'm looking at Render, because one of the things about Render is a GPU unit in which people can, they're saying which you can actually rent part of the GPU unit. They've actually dedicated themselves to it. They're getting into the virtual world, and so some of the things that Render is doing is usage, and it's usage within the Web3. So I think Render is going to be one of those ones. Render did have a real significant run up, then a pullback. Of course, we all saw that pullback, but now Render is one of those new ones I think that will run in the next bull run. I'm not your financial advisor, but that's just what I'm doing. Bittensor is jumping on the radar, but at 557, there are not many people jumping into crypto can buy 10 Bittensors at 557. So I want to talk to the people who are just now coming in, who did not get in the bull run, who did not get into crypto until this point in time. So now they're kind of like feeling they're behind the 8 ball. But there still are some coins you can get into place, because we're still in what they call Bitcoin dominance. And when you're in Bitcoin dominance, that means everybody's still focused on Bitcoin. Now, when you start seeing Bitcoin dominance start pulling back, that means Bitcoin has found some type of price discovery. And what we mean by price discovery is it's found some type of ceiling of where it's going to hit at the top of the bull run. And so when it does that, then you start seeing people move into other altcoin seasons. But as long as Bitcoin dominance is where it's at 57%, then you still have an opportunity to get in some of these altcoins. Now, here's the thing. Those of us who are like in the coins, like the top 5, I'm going to give you an example. Like you see Solana at $236. Well, a lot of us bought Solana at $9. So we're sitting in the green, no matter if it goes up to 252, 236, we're good, because we bought it at a cheap price. Now, the average Joe Bo coming in, they don't want to buy just 5 Solana. And if to buy 5, you're going to have going to need about $1,100 some dollars. And I know some people just don't have it. And DCAing $20, $30 will take you a while. But there are some coins you can look at. Number one, I will look at XRP at $1.46. But this one right here, you have a great opportunity. And I'm gonna talk to you about SUI at $3.52. I was buying at 53 cents and a dollar. But SUI is starting to see its breakout. It's run up 185%. But this is a new blockchain that is equivalent to what Solana's doing. They have hardware. Their gas prices are cheap. They have usage. They have a meme coin launching system in which they can stake. They have also broke into being able to stake BTC and earn BTC through Lombard Labs. So SUI is a blockchain that you are starting to see more and more videos start coming out on SUI. And they are in the meme coin sector. They have broken in. I don't know any other site, and y'all can correct me. You can drop a comment, but I don't know any other site where you can buy the meme coin and stake the meme coin and earn money on your meme coin, which you can harvest. You can stake and get the LPs, and it's user friendly. It's on their Move Pump site. You can keep your meme coin relevant by just boosting it. And the boosting, you don't have to spend $100. You can spend $12. And you can continue to, and various people can boost your coin as they buy. So it is a game changer when it comes to meme coins. So we'll go a little deeper into it when we get into it. Of course, I'm gonna scroll on down here. Render Casper. I've got a ton of Casper, and I just still think it's underperforming. When I go to Casper, they talk about the Ghost DAG. But I just don't see any, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we've seen a little pullback here, went down to 11. It did go up to roughly about 20 cents. I bought it somewhere around here, about around that 12 and 9 cents is when I bought Casper. They do have their wallet that you can get, but I just haven't seen much information coming out on Casper. And of course, I need to dig a little bit more, but it's just the price and what Bitcoin's doing. I was expecting it to roughly get around that 25, 28 cent mark. I just haven't seen that. And here's what I'm talking about when I talk about Casper. And I'm not saying don't buy Casper. So Casper, nice. Don't get upset. But Casper is the fastest open source, decentralized, fully scalable layer 1 in the world. Uses the first block DAG, a digital ledger enabling parallel blocks instance. In other words, Casper wants to be Bitcoin 2.0. Okay. Bitcoin 2.0 is getting close to being fully mined with 21 million tokens, and then it'll be fully mined. So Casper wants to do it is a it has the same type of capabilities as Bitcoin, but I'm just not seeing a lot of adoption. But I do see some things here, but for the price discovery, I'm just not seeing a lot of movement. And I'm just frankly being honest on how I personally view this. Again, I say it again, I'm not your financial advisor, but I do expect Casper to do a little bit more here. Okay, now let's scroll on down. Let's see. There's about two others. I looked at Mantle, and let me tell you why I looked at Mantle, MNT. When I looked at the circulating supply, and the circulating supply is roughly 6 billion, but the market cap is 119 million. Sorry about that. That's the volume. It's 2.9 million. So that has some room to grow. I've been looking at it, haven't really bought a lot of it, but just been looking at it. But I have been paying attention to these coins here, like Monero, because they have such low circulating supply. Okay. But before you go in and just heap in on this, I need to do a more deeper dive on it but I am looking at coins that have a low circulating supply that's in usage, that has some type of usage with a low market cap, because those are the coins that we can make significant gains on. Of course, you have Immutable X, Optimism, still kind of underperforming. Phantom has hit $1 and it's still at a $2.8 billion market cap. So any of those things in the millions is a little different. Now, when you start getting down to some of these other coins, like Pith at the 1.8, you kind of, it's kind of like you got to dig. Arweave is when I have DCA'd in on. I've bought it at a real low price at $20. I still think that's a bargain. And this one right here, Flow. Now, Flow is at 1.3, but Flow specs are pretty dang gone good. And that was one of the things I did look at FlowX and I have a video where I'm talking about Flow. Gala Games still underperforming. Thought they would have been doing a lot more, and of course Polygon Matic. I just haven't heard anything out of Polygon Matic, so they're not making any noise. But we go back up to the one that is making noise, and I'm telling you now, that's the Sui blockchain. The Sui blockchain is making a buttload of noise. Okay, and so if there's one that if you haven't had an opportunity to DCA in on, or you just not coming in, again, I will say it again. I'm not your advisor, but I'm just saying at $3.52, this is still a great bargain. Now, where we can price prediction, if you want to look at it, when I look at the circulating supply of 2.8 billion, this roughly can get around that $21 mark. It can hit 100. Now, a lot of people, when they look at the circulating supply and the max supply, they get a little confused with that. The max, they don't base the market cap off the max supply, because at $100 at 10 billion, that would be a $1 trillion market cap. Okay, now you're talking Bitcoin status, all right? But at a 2.8 billion circulating supply, now you're looking at a different type of market cap at $100. You're looking at roughly about a $28.4 billion market. That's a whole lot different. Why? Because let's go back up to Solana, which Sui is very similar, if not to Solana, but they're doing some different things. But you're looking at Solana at $112 market cap. So that's very obtainable at that type of market cap with that current supply. This is why I tell you, when I look at XRP, and there's some things with XRP, but I do look at the circulating supply of 56.9 billion. So now if you were to take that circulating supply and put it times $500, which some people are predicting, that's a little, I mean, I'm not saying it, but okay, we look at Ethereum at $432 billion, okay? 432 billion. We see XRP roughly at 6.5 billion. So let's say if we were to get a, let's see, we got 432, a 10x would be 600 some billion. And I'm just kind of roughly estimating that a 10x now. A 10x on $1.04 would be a $10 XRP. 600 billion. Let's see. Well, roughly that means 60, would it be 65 billion? 100. So 500, ooh, man, you're talking about a huge supply. Let's take a look at it so we can get some price predictions here. And you can see, well, sometimes I know we get these crazy type of predictions when people say, oh, it's going to reach $1,000. Okay, I got it. But at 56 billion tokens, man, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. At 56 billion tokens now. Now, if they were doing a burn, which I haven't seen anything talking about XRP burn, and when you burn, you're burning money now. You're actually squeezing liquidity down to a small amount of tokens. That's all I'm telling you. I'm not sure if you're going to be a banking token that you need to be burning tokens. You understand? And so that's some of the things that I know sometimes people get caught up and they be telling you this stuff. And I'd be like, that's unique. $500 XRP. Okay. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and jump over that, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So let's take the market. Let's take the circulating supply. And let's roughly, okay, maybe it doesn't want to do it that way. So I do it this way. And this is for some of you when you're actually going through coins to get some realistic numbers. And I'm not saying, see, this is the max supply. You have 100 billion. Right now, the total supply is 99 billion. The circulating supply is 57 billion. Now, we have to ask yourself, is there an unlock? And we can look at that too. Because the unlock will drive the price. But I'm going to go ahead and go to Coin Market, my markup calculator, and we're going to take a look at it and see what we are seeing here. So bear with me just a few minutes here. Oh man, I tell you, boy, these computers and this lagging, boy, I tell you. Gets on my nerves big time. See if we can get this bad boy going here. Skip. Come on, computer. Oh, there we go. All right, let's try this again so we can see if we can get this thing rolling. We're gonna get some price predictions here of what we're looking at, and then you can kind of see, and you make the judge of it. You make the what in the world? I'm not trying to get that. These computers, man. I'm telling you, man. This is. I'm gonna hit stop sharing, and I'm gonna go to full screen here and see if we can get this coin guide up here in a few minutes. I hate my camera angle. My other camera, just for some reason, went out, and I tried to switch in between, but I'm not getting any. It's not working. So anyway, let's move on. The show must go on. The show must go on. And so let's go ahead and let's jump over. We're checking XRP price and seeing where we can get on our XRP price. So let's see here, because I know a lot of people are asking about XRP and where we could go. I'm moving my screen here around a little bit, playing around with it. Okay, but anyway, let's get to it. All right, the circulating supply, we got 56,900,000,000. I'm going to put the $500 market cap. I mean, coin. If XRP was to get the $500, okay, that market cap would be 28,499,426,120,500. If that happens, great. I don't see that. $500. Maybe another 20 years from now they burn something. But if it was to get to a $5, and I'm showing you here, I have my calculator, and let me share it. Here it is. At a $5 token price, XRP's market cap would be at 284 billion. $994,261,205 at a $5 XRP. I can see that. So if we were to kind of push it now, realistically, and don't get upset, but let's push it to 4. If we were to push it to a $4 market cap, we're looking at 227 billion. You see what I'm saying? So, and here's some of the things. I look at some of the specs with Ethereum. All right. Now, we're talking about, but it has 56 billion tokens. Okay. Now, let me show you. Let's look at Ethereum. All right. Now, because Bitcoin's at 1.8 trillion, but they only have a circulating supply of 19 million tokens. Okay. 19 million. That is a huge difference in the circulating supply. Now we look at Solana. Solana only has 474 million tokens. Okay. Ethereum has only 120 million tokens. Okay. Now let's go down to Sui. Okay. Now Solana has 474 million. Okay. 474 million. Let's go down to Sui. Sui has a total of 2.8 billion tokens in circulation. So now that is how you base a price on. So I'm going to go ahead and show you why I say certain prices, because we already know when we look at Solana's price, and that's what I'm comparing Sui to Solana because they have the same type of specs. Solana is sitting at $112 billion plus market cap. Okay. Now we go to Sui because we're trying to base this off certain specs. Okay. So now we go to Sui, I'm going to take the off. Right now, it's at a $10 billion market cap. I can tell you that now. At $7, just $7, SUI would be a $19 billion market cap. At $7, okay? At 7. Still not near what Solana is. At 21, a $59 billion market cap. Still not where Solana. So how high could we actually go? Let's go 100. 284 billion. Okay. Now we're starting to get right in between Solana and Ethereum. 284 billion. When we go back to the price cap, the market cap, and let's look at the top ones on our market cap. Here we go. Bitcoin 1.8 trillion, Solana 112 at 237. We've seen it at 252. Ethereum 432 billion at a $358 coin. If Ethereum was to get to a total of, like they said, $10,000. Let's say I can show you what I'm talking about. If they were to get to a total of a $10,000 Ethereum, okay, total supply right now 120 million. That's the total supply of ETH that we have in circulation. When we come here and we put in a $7,000 ETH, we're at $843 billion. That's a $7,000 ETH, $843 billion. Okay. Bitcoin's at 1.8 trillion. When Ethereum dominance comes in, and here's why I think Solana is going to go a little higher, and this is also why I am paying close attention to SUI. $100, you're talking about just a 200-some billion dollar market cap. It's at 10 billion right now. 10 billion. Okay. It's $3 now. But when you look at what SUI is doing, SUI has so many various things already in the works right now. SUI has. And so because of that, they have usage. And not only that, the video that I'm getting ready to play for you, because there are two, but this video I'm getting ready to play for you now will explain a lot of what's going on with SUI. Okay. Let me go back to SUI so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's go back to SUI. All right. And that's some ways in which I want to give you, I'm not saying I'm not optimistic on prices, but I want to give you some prices I think that can be realistic based upon tokenomics. And a lot of people don't look at tokenomics. Now, I'm not saying they can't go past it, but the circulating, please stop paying attention to the max supply. Now they are going to release it December 1st. They're going to release 64 million tokens, 64 million, not billion, million. That's not going to have much to do with the price. Okay. Now they're releasing 64 billion, or, they don't even have 64 billion, but if they were releasing 5 billion tokens, now that may have something to do with the price. They're only releasing 64 million. Okay. But the current circulating supply is 2.8 billion. 2.8 billion. At $100, we're looking at $240 some dollar, $280 some dollar, $40 some dollar market cap. That is very obtainable. The thing about it, they have usage. The community is 84% bullish. Not only that, we listen to this video. This video will say everything once you hear it. I played it last night. I'm going to play it again. I may not play the whole thing because it is roughly about 5 minutes. Don't want to go that much in detail, but just listen to it. This is President Trump at the Bitcoin rally. Now, this was when he was on the campaign. Now he's been elected and he takes office January the 20th. Now, listen to this from that perspective.
I pledge to the Bitcoin community that the day I take the oath of office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade will be over. It will end. It'll be done. It'll be done. The moment I'm sworn in, the persecution stops and the weaponization ends against your industry. And as long as I'm in the Oval Office, on day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. I didn't know he was that unpopular. Let me say it again. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. And no longer will your government sit by and watch as Bitcoin jobs and businesses flee to other countries because America's laws are too unclear and too tough and too angry and too stiff. We will keep each and every Bitcoin job in the United States of America. That's what we're going to be doing. Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and Crypto Presidential Advisory Council. Would anybody like to be on that particular council? Please raise your hand. Their task will be to design transparent regulatory guidance for the benefit of the entire industry, and they will get it done in 100 days. We will have regulations, but from now on, the rules will be written by people who love your industry, not hate your industry, people that want to make it clear and simple, straightforward and fair, people that want to see your industry thrive, not dive. Next, I will immediately order the Treasury Department and other federal agencies to cease and desist all steps necessary, because, you know, there's a thing going on in your industry. They want to move the creation of a central bank digital currency. It's over. Forget it. CBDC. There will never be a CBDC while I'm President of the United States. And I will always defend the right to self-custody. Self-custody. You're going to have a great industry. You're going to have a great industry, and we're going to be fuel for your industry, not demolish your industry. America will once again be a nation that protects property rights, privacy, freedom of transaction, freedom of association, and freedom of speech. We're going to go back to the old days when we were a nation that was building, not a nation that was eating itself alive from within. About today, and Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before, even beyond your expectations, and you are the people that are doing it. As we stop the war on crypto, we will immediately, and we'll do this very quickly, begin to build our economy, because when America is prospering, Bitcoin is soaring, and it'll go up with it. We had the greatest economy ever, and we will soon have it again. Under the Trump administration, the typical middle-class family income rose by $6,000 a year. People don't like mentioning that. America had more money to save than at any time in many decades. As a result, during my 4 years in office, now you have to listen to these numbers. These numbers are like beautiful. And I don't want to repeat myself. Listen to these numbers. As a result, during my 4 years in office, Bitcoin surged by 3,900%, from $898 the day I took office to $35,900 the day I left. That was the biggest jump, I guess, in just about any industry. Think of that. Now compare that to just after 3.5 years of Biden and Harris, adjusted for inflation, Bitcoin is up 50%. Now, 50% sounds good, but not when you're comparing it to almost 4,000%, right?
All right. So now when you hear that, you basically hear what Trump is basically saying there. He's basically telling you how Bitcoin just actually started running when he was in office. So now he's getting ready to take office again, January the 20th. And so now with him taking office in January 20th, what we're going to start seeing, you're going to start seeing people get in position now. You're going to see people start saying, hey, they're going to be buying. So can Bitcoin reach $100,000 before the end of December? That is very possible. Why? Because if not in December, I know definitely before January the 20th, we will see $100,000 Bitcoin. Why? Because Bitcoin will soar. And not only that, you're looking at the SEC Commission, which will have a new chairman that will be crypto friendly. He also talked about the first 100 days being able to have crypto regulations. So in other words, we will have clear guidelines when it comes to crypto, and it will be with people who are crypto friendly, who want to see our industry grow. Just with that, I'm not getting into politics. I'm not getting who you voted for. I'm just talking about facts and what's going on now. Understand that. And we're talking about us as crypto investors, people who have been investing in crypto for a while now. We're starting to see that we are in position for what we've always been saying for the longest, one of the biggest bull runs we have ever seen. Now, will the regulations change some things about cryptocurrency? It's possible, but we are on the cuff of one of the biggest bull runs we could see coming in 2025. And that's one of the things why I'm saying, if you haven't had an opportunity to get in, no, you may not be able to buy 10 Solana at $236, but this is why I am so high on Sui. Now, you ask, why am I so high on Sui? Out of all of the other blockchains that I've seen, and I know there's a lot out there and people have their own picks, but this is why I am DCAing consistently on Sui. Sui right now has run up a total all time. If you look at the chart here now, I'm going to show you the chart so you can actually see what I'm talking about. This is the Sui chart. Okay. This is the Sui chart. When you look at the Sui chart right here, this is the all-time chart. And you saw where it ran up here at $1, and then it actually dropped down to about 53 cents. At one time, Sui was roughly like it started out around $1 and 40 something. And then it went down to about 53 cents. But at one time it was even down to 38 cents. That was his all-time low. And this is, here it is 11 days ago. Okay. So this is a new chain. This is a new chain that we are not buying on potential. Last year we bought some cryptocurrencies on potential. They were developing a game. They were coming out with a game. They showed us videos and pictures of the game, but the game wasn't developed. And those coins ran. We saw at the time Illuvium go to almost $1,000. But when we look at the specs of Illuvium, let's look at the specs of Illuvium and let's see what we're talking about, because I'm going to get there and I want to show you why I am very high on Sui. All right, let me go here. All right, here we go. When we look at Illuvium, it was a $54 token. Okay. The all-time high was $2,868. This was a gaming token. Okay. Let's look at the specs of it though. The total supply is 8.6 million. You see that? So that's why you see it able to go. Now the max supply, it may not be fully minted, and it has the ability to make more. Okay, the maximum amount of coins that will ever exist. If the project did not submit the data verified, CoinMarketCap max supply shows blank, so they haven't submitted that. But the circulating supply is 5.19 million. I'm gonna show you what we were doing when this token ramped to $2,000 for one. for one. This is Illuvium. At the time when we saw this game, you couldn't play it. They just had pictures of it. Okay, now you can play now. Epic Store available on PC and Mac, but this was the game. Okay, and this they had video of it like this, and that's what we were. This is what we were watching. They had the characters, capture 150, all of this right here in the gaming, and this was in the gaming sector, but they talked about being able to earn assets, etc., those things like that. Okay, we bought it on potential. It wasn't ready to play, but that token ran to $2,000. The token, as far as how long it was out, let's see here. Let me go back to share. Share screen, Illuvium. Illuvium has been out 3 years. So that's 3 years ago, 2021. That's what I was trying to tell you. That was in the last bull run. Okay. Now we're going to be looking at, that's pretty crazy right there. When you get a tier 5 built backgrounds and it's tier 1, that is crazy. You see that over there? But the community is kind of bullish. But let me go back to Sui. And now that was gaming. Okay. They were talking about earning assets. Now let's look at Sui here. And you say, man, you're all over Sui. Yes, I am. Because what I'm getting ready to show you, that was the potential of gaming. Now I want to show you this next video. If you haven't seen it, this is your first time, just check it out. The Sui Play OX1 is a game now in which you can bring in your own assets, Ethereum, Solana, various other cryptocurrencies, and you can earn assets playing the game. That's the first thing they have. They have their own game. This is a blockchain that has usage. They have usage. All right, now let's go to the Sui net right here, and you can build, you can learn, and I'm going to show you something else with Sui, what else they're doing. Here's some of their partners. Let me see here. Let me get to this promise here. Okay, now here's some of the things that they believe in: the vision, etc. The security moves increase predictivity. Now here's the thing: they have ZK lock-in. What is ZK lock-in? ZK lock-in allows you to log in with your Google credentials or your Facebook credentials. You can log in there. It makes it easy access, brand engage customers with less expense, more value. Here's some also, this is what I'm talking about: wallet creations and authentication with your web credentials, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Twitch, etc., things like that. You also have the closed loop tokens creators limit, where tokens are used to set up customer policies. The gas prices are very minimum, and I mean they're like on the pennies, cheaper than Solana. Also, you can do the NFTs on their site. So now let me show you. You can go to BlueMove.net, I believe it might be. Let me see, BlueMove. Let me see here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when we go to BlueMove. Usage. That's what I'm talking about. Usage. They partner up with Aptos, and this. Let me get ahead and get here. Let's see. Come on now. Here we go. Blue Move. Now, the leading NFT marketplace on the blockchain, Aptos, and them you can bridge in between with both of those. But you can actually store. That's the Aptos chain. You can switch over to the Sui blockchain here. And when you switch over to the Sui blockchain here, you can actually connect your wallet. You can search NFTs. You can put your NFTs online, but they have the storage there in which you're able to do it. And so you can, the arts, the collectibles, the domain names, the gaming, all that's there. Earn free crypto with Blue Move. What do they mean? Start earning. You can stake. So when you go to their other website, which is Move Pump, and let me show you that one too. But this is usage. I mean, I'm showing you the cryptocurrency blockchain that has usage. So when you go to Move Pump here, and let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, here is Move Pump. Here they have their own launching pad in which you can launch your own memes. They also have the ones listed on the Blue Move Dex, where you can actually kind of reboost your tokens, get them back, and keep them